Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'll be your host today, Miss Noir. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Please share your thoughts and opinions with me in the comment section below. Today we will be exploring a Reddit post and seeing where it takes us, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today's Reddit story is from r/AITAH by F My Effing Life, who writes, AITA for telling my girlfriend that we need to change the way we cook our dinner. I, 25 male, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 23 female, for 2.5 years, and she moved in with me 2 months ago. Our relationship is working out great. We rarely fight. Even if we get into disagreements, we usually are able to talk it through without ever getting agitated or aggressive. We both have different working hours. She works from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and I work from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So every day I make breakfast for both of us, and she makes dinner. Now, my girlfriend likes her food a lot spicier than I do. I can handle spice, but I try to avoid it because eating spicy foods on a regular basis causes acne breakouts, heartburn, and sometimes even diarrhea. Now, ever since we have moved in together and she has started cooking dinner, she likes to make the food spicier as per her taste buds. So almost 4 to 5 days a week, we eat some sort of stew, soup, which will have serrano peppers, some Thai Indian curries, which have a lot of chilies. Even while making pasta, she likes to add either Calabrian chilies, jalapenos, to the sauce, and honestly, it became too much for me. I have had really bad diarrhea almost twice a week. My acne is so bad that I have had coworkers and friends straight up telling me that my face looks disgusting, and I take antacids, acid inhibitors, almost every day. I tried to tell my girlfriend to add lesser chilies, make 2 batches of food, or maybe add hot sauce to her portion, but every time she just tells me to man up, and that if I can't a little spice, I should adapt since it's not always going to be in my control. Last night after dinner, I told my girlfriend that we need to figure out some other way to make dinner which keeps both of us satisfied because I can't keep eating like this at all. Once again, I was met with the same things she says as always. But I held my ground this time and told her that I can in no way continue to eat the food she is making because it is actively damaging my health, and told her that I am willing to cook my own dinner from now on. She has been giving me the cold shoulder ever since and saying that I do not value her contributions to the household and that she will now have to do twice the amount of work because I am being a baby over spicy foods. Am I in the wrong here? Edit. I've been reading your comments and will talk to my girlfriend about this once again tonight. Thank you all for your advice. OP, your girlfriend is being inconsiderate, disrespectful, and dismissive. She's not trying to work with you to solve a problem that is affecting your health, making you sick, and causing you pain. She's being inconsiderate and dismissive of your health and the pain she is causing you. It is your prerogative to tolerate this treatment if you so please. Your boundaries are yours to choose, and if you are agreeable with having a partner that is inconsiderate of your health and well-being, and deliberately and intentionally makes you sick and causes you pain, that is your prerogative. This is not a one-off situation. This is the dynamic of your relationship going forward. If the way she communicates with you is to dismiss your concerns and degrade you by telling you to man up, you are going to be hard-pressed to solve problems together in the future, as the two of you cannot manage to get both of you fed in a healthy way for both of you. Grown adults feeding themselves is not a difficult challenge, and if you two are struggling with it so bad, this does not bode well for your future. You said that when you do have disagreements, you are usually able to communicate and find a solution together. What has changed? Why is something as simple as feeding yourself such a significant problem? The fact that your relationship has devolved into this state belies a much bigger problem. What has changed? Why can you not discuss this matter in a mature and productive way? Because your girlfriend is not participating in a mature manner. So what has changed with your girlfriend? Feeding yourselves should not be a problem, and if the two of you cannot solve this problem, how do you intend to solve more significant problems in the future? You are suggesting compromises, and she is complaining about a little extra work. She is extremely selfish to be content with you suffering so that she doesn't have to do a bit of extra work to prevent your pain and suffering. What are your values that you choose to be in a relationship with someone so selfish that they are willing to make you physically ill just so they don't have to sacrifice some spice or put in the extra effort to make a non-spicy version of the dish? She is perfectly content for you to endure physical pain every day just so that she doesn't have to be inconvenienced in the most insignificant of ways. Update. AITA for telling my girlfriend that we need to change the way we cook our dinner. It's been some time since my last post. Things have been downward sloped ever since. The entire fiasco ended 4 or 5 days ago, so I figure I'll post an update, cause might as well. So as I had mentioned in the edit on the last post, I decided to talk to my girlfriend about my problems once again. That night I came home a little later due to some work, and my girlfriend had made an Asian-flavored curry of sort. Once again, too hot for me to handle. I had one bite, could not eat at all. I told my girlfriend once again that I cannot eat the food that she is making, since it is borderline poisoning me. She rolled her eyes and just told me to fill up on plain noodles, since she can't be bothered to make something else for me, as she is tired. I told her that since I am anyways not eat the food she makes, I would simply start making my own dinners from now on. She blew up at me saying that if I make my own dinners, then she would be forced to make her own breakfast, and she does not have time to do that. I had not even said anything about the breakfast arrangement, and I would have been happy to make both our breakfasts. But she was in no mood to listen. She ranted about the smallest of things, like how I don't bother changing into home clothes before I eat dinner. I just clean up, have dinner, then get into the shower to get ready for bed. Or how I get up later than her. She has an 8 a.m. job, not me. I still get up in time to make her breakfast between 7 to 7:30 a.m., etc. She ranted about all these things for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I asked her where this was suddenly coming from, since she had never mentioned anything of the sort to me. She went silent at that point and just told me to give her space and that she did not want to talk to me for the time being. I just went into the guest room and slept away from her that night. For the next couple of days, we did not talk much. Each made our own different meals and stayed in different rooms. On Saturday, I asked her if she wanted to go for brunch since I figured spending some quality time would make us a little relaxed and give us time to talk. When we came home again, I asked her if she wanted to talk about what had happened the other night. Again, she got quiet and told me to just forget it and move on, and that the system we had in place for the past couple of days was working for both of us. I was confused because we were now living like 2 roommates in a shared house and not like 2 people in love. I told her that this system was in no way working for me. I can't just stay with someone I love without saying a single word, eating different meals, sitting at the same table, sharing no time in the house. She got even more upset at me, saying that I was ignoring her happiness, and got annoyed when I said that I can't just ignore my own feelings. That's when she dropped the words, "Why can't you be more like Colin?" I immediately asked who was Colin, and she stayed silent. After a lot of questioning, she said he was a guy at her workplace. Colin is in a relationship with some other girl in the same office. They are good friends with my girlfriend. They talked about their relationship with my girlfriend, and it seems that they have similar tastes in almost all things like movies, hobbies, food, travel, etc. Me and my girlfriend, on the other hand, have about a 50-50 ratio. I don't have any hobbies as such, other than I like watches and watching tennis matches, while hers are cosplaying and reading. I work in a highly technical field, designing construction equipment, while she, and by extension Colin and his girlfriend, work in a very creative field, fashion and ornaments designing. So my girlfriend essentially has built up a mental image that Colin is in a perfect relationship because he and his girlfriend have the exact same interest. And to be honest, both of them have much more similar interests with my girlfriend than me. So now my girlfriend wanted me to become more like Colin so that our relationship can become more like theirs. I tried to tell her that all relationships are different, and the only thing which matters is if we are happy with each other, whether we love each other or not. She tried to end the conversation, saying that she is not comfortable talking about this with me, to which I said that if she was not going to talk about this with me, who else would she talk to? She just said that she was going to stay over at a friend's house and we would talk tomorrow, and she left. At this point, I was overwhelmed and confused, so I decided to spend the rest of the day searching for good couples counselors, therapists, since I could see which way our relationship was gonna go. I woke up on Sunday morning and she was already home. I cooked breakfast for both of us, but she had already eaten at her friend's house. She started the conversation by saying how bad she had been and that I deserved better. I was a little confused because rather than apologizing, she was just stating all the things which made her a bad person. I told her to just come to the point, and she told me she had been approached by Colin and his girlfriend to join their relationship as a throuple. I was silent for some time and just asked her to pack up and leave. She tried to hug me and talk to me, but I just pushed her off, told her to give me the keys before leaving, and went into the extra room and cried my heart out. She came into the room maybe 30 to 40 minutes later, started crying after seeing me. She started cursing herself out again, saying that I deserved better, but I just told her that her tears meant nothing to me. That night I got a call from an unknown number. It was effing Colin. He started swearing at me about how I dared to make my girlfriend cry, and that he will F me up if he ever sees me near her. I hung up on him after telling him that he can have her to himself, and I'd rather die than see her again. A couple days later, while leaving for work, I saw that someone had keyed my car and destroyed the plants I kept outside my front door. I have a suspicion about who it was, but I don't have any proof, so I'm not filing any charges. I will set up cameras around my property soon, though. As for my girlfriend, she has tried calling me multiple times, but I decline every time. At first she left voicemails about how sorry she is, and she just wants to talk once to get closure. But after I did not call back even once, now she is leaving comments about my past traumas and fears that I had talked to her about. Even speaking about the multiple times she had Colin and his girlfriend over to my house when I was not at home, and telling me what all they had done. I am so disgusted by the fact that I wasted almost 3 years of my life with her, and that I started having some disturbing thoughts about myself due to this. I have been seeing a therapist regularly, also planning a weekend getaway with my 2 best friends to Vegas for some chill time with them. Slowly but surely I am getting better, majorly due to my friends. I don't know where I'd be without those 2. I am considering selling this house and moving elsewhere due to the security concerns and also some emotional reasons, but I'm not sure if that would be the right move. I am also worried that she might share my address with my family members, whom I'm on no contact with. I think I added this in a comment too. So that is another factor. I'm trying to get an internal transfer at my current company since I like the working culture, but if that does not work, I might just look for jobs in other cities too. I don't know. I haven't had enough time to deal through all of this as of now. My main focus was just making sure I don't do something hugely damaging to myself. Now that I've had 2 to 3 weeks to cool down, get at least some amount of control over myself, I'll start looking at the longer picture. I don't think there will be any more updates after this. Hopefully my life just becomes a little boring after this, so that I can live peacefully for some time now. Thanks to all the strangers who helped me here. You all saved me from a disaster waiting to happen. OP, I'm sorry to hear of your breakup. I hope you recover and feel better quickly. Unfortunately, it sounds as if your ex-girlfriend is not happy with herself. And instead of working on herself to do what she needs to do to be happy with herself, she has decided to try and change you, no matter the cost to your health. It sounds like the 2 of you have grown apart. A change as significant as moving in together is an opportunity to perpetuate more changes. Perhaps moving in together gave her a taste of a life that she was not ready for or did not want. Clearly, you felt differently in this regard. Your ex is incredibly immature. Instead of taking responsibility for herself and communicating with you that she was not happy with the relationship that the 2 of you had, she acted like a child and threw temper tantrums. She picked at you for petty reasons and selfishly complained about being minorly inconvenienced as she did not communicate with you clearly, openly, or honestly. The fact that she was considering a polyamorous relationship while she was in a monogamous relationship illustrates the fact that she has not decided who she wants to be. Your ex has a lot of growing to do, and this puts the both of you in different stages in your life and makes you incompatible. Even in the aftermath of your relationship, your ex is still acting very immaturely. She either keyed your car or had someone else do it. This is an adult-sized temper tantrum. She called you after you broke up and after she had intentionally caused you significant amounts of physical and emotional pain, as if you are the adult and she is the child. Therefore, it is your responsibility to forgive and fix everything like a parent would. She has been slandering your name. She is distracting herself like a petulant child that cannot face her own problems, so she must deflect by hurting someone else so that she does not have to face her own hurt, confusion, or unhappiness. She wants to hurt you in an effort to hurt less. Unfortunately for her, the only way to solve the pain of not knowing who she is or what she wants is to face that fear and walk through it. Trying to defer that pain onto you or anyone else will not assuage her pain. Hopefully, she can grow into a more mature and responsible person in the future. For you, OP, this relationship sounds like a lesson. Perhaps there are many things you can learn from this relationship, but I would advise you to be more perceptive of your future partners, as growing apart is a possibility. Just because a relationship is moving forward doesn't mean it will last forever. Sometimes relationships are merely progressing to their end, not to forever. I would recommend that you be more respectful of your partner's values, valuing not being minorly inconvenienced to the point of being content in causing you physical pain, valuing being right to the point of being uncooperative, disrespectful, and immature. I understand that loving someone makes you want your relationship to last forever, but if your partner has growing to do, and they cannot grow with you, then it is not loving for you to trap them in a relationship with you where they cannot grow and cannot be happy. I understand you wanting to work things out with your ex before you broke up by going to counseling, but your ex clearly needed more life experience on her own to figure out what her relationship values are. Did she want a polyamorous relationship? Did she want a partner that she had more in common with? Etc. I'm sure that you know by now that falling in love does not mean the relationship will last forever, and facing the painful reality that you and the person that you love are not compatible is a very painful truth to face. But adults do the difficult things in life, and if you can't be an adult in your relationship, it doesn't bode well for you or your partner. Good luck in your future, OP. Today's joke of the day is by Prudent District 704, who writes, "Why did the gardener take to burying his money? He wanted to enrich his soil." That's a good one, Prudent District 704. Thank you for that. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time. I'm Miss Nora. Have a good day.